Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And because of the huge buzz going around of a certain movie getting rebooted, we decided that we were going to review the film Hellboy.
There's a list that some guy gave us. He wanted to do a bunch of Ultraman movies. We're going to try to do those. We just got to find the movies first.
Yeah, it's going to be something like at G-Fest. I might actually start trying to look for some of those, even if they're not the actual copy. But I will try to find some of them for you guys. But yeah, if you guys haven't heard, they are going to be rebooting Hellboy without Ron Perlman, which sounds horrible.
Bad idea.
But it could be a good movie. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's just I really want another Ron Perlman Hellboy.
I'm going to go and watch it, but I'm still going to go watch it hating it.
Del Toro. Yeah. So it's a bit of a depressing news. But at least they're doing more Hellboy, which is cool. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen the film Hellboy, it came out in 2004, which the premise of the movie is that Rasputin is trying to bring over an entity from deep space that's locked up in order to help them to defeat the Allied forces during World War II. Well, Broom and the Allied forces end up stopping them before they're able to release the creature from the portal. But one creature actually makes it through the portal. And his name is Hellboy.
No, it's not. It's Ron Perlman.
It's Ron Perlman. And Broom ends up adopting him. And then we move on to nowadays with an adult Hellboy trying to stop Rasputin from redoing pretty much what he was trying to do in World War II.
If you don't know who Rasputin is, you play Destiny, you know who he is.
That's horrible. Horrible information. For the overall plot of Hellboy, I really love this movie.
God, do we even need to go into details? Movie's amazing. Go see it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, it's personally, I really like the pacing of the film. Then it doesn't take itself quite too seriously, which is kind of something nice from most Guillermo del Toro films for the most part.
He's always super serious. This movie is...
Well, not always. Hellboy and Pacific Rim are probably, the ones that you could tell he's having fun with.
Oh, but...
Pan's Labyrinth is a pretty serious film. I like it, but then Crimson Peak kind of sucked.
That movie never existed. We don't talk about that.
I finally got to see it a little while back, and not the best.
I seen it in a movie theater. So
God, I don't remember. Oh, what's the Tooth Fairy movie?
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, it was the horror movie.
The Darkness Falls or something like that?
No, there's another one. God, I don't remember the title. Let me know in the comment section below. It's Are You Afraid of the Dark or something like that? It's
I know the.
It's a long title.
I know the Darkness Fall is the one movie where that lady used to collect kids' teeth. And
yeah, there's that one, but no, he did his own where they live in the chimney. There's their own little dark world that they find out eventually.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about. I seen it.
Yeah, because it doesn't really have a happy ending.
No, it does not.
That movie was interesting. Not my favorite, but it was interesting. But yeah, anyways, back to Hellboy. We're getting off track. But yeah, I love the plot because, again, it has, its serious moments. But then you have, the love triangle between Hellboy, Liz, and John? Agent Meyer?
Who gives a about that guy?
Yeah, he was just there because he's, kind of the love interest for Liz, but, we all want her to go with Hellboy.
We all know she's going to end up with him anyway.
Not necessarily. You don't know.
She's just gonna crispy that guy.
He could be an NTR. You don't understand.
He's gonna be the next burn victim.
Find out why she's called Fire Crotch.
Did it?
Huh. That's funny. But yeah, I love those little lighthearted moments, and then you have the drinking ones in the second movie. That's the part where I'm at. But then you get the subway fight, which is easily one of my favorite things, where he's fighting Samuel? Yeah, Samuel. Which there's also the scene where he's fighting them in... One I remember off the top of my head, it was a library. And that's where you first meet the assassin. Well, get to see him kind of with his ticking clock and everything.
Oh, no, that's in the subway station. They're underground in the subway station where he takes the thing out, pretends to die, and then he takes it back.
No, because he makes the creature first in the library, because that's where you get introduced to the big gun. Or the museum.
Yeah.
And then he refights them in the subway, and that's when they find out that there's more of them. Because that's when Abe does his little underwater thing.
Yeah.
Which again, really, that part was actually really cool too, because that was really suspenseful. Because as we all know, Abe isn't the most like effective at combat. He's just kind of like, he can read minds and he can swim.
He sucks. As a creature in that universe, he's useless.
He's not useless. He just has his own particular skills. Hellboy's there for beating things up with his giant
He's
weapon.
Robin, okay? He's Robin to the Batman.
Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy.
And not the Nightwing Robin. We're talking about the other one that gets killed by the Joker.
Gets crowbarred.
Yeah.
And this is one of the early comic book movies that just really worked well for me.
Whoa. Elektra didn't do it for you?
I can't say so. Like, beforehand, for comic book movies, I really enjoyed the Turtle movies. And yeah, that was...
The Punisher. Don't forget the Punisher, Steve.
Like,
Everybody wants to see his nutsack dragging on the floor.
that movie's so bad. I have it, but it's so bad. It's like, it's so bad, it's good. Let's see, we had like Daredevil. Y'all
Steve, do the
remember
face.
Daredevil? This is how I act now. I mean, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man was good.
There's only Spider-Man 1 and...
There's Blade. Blade's good.
Yeah, Blade's pretty good.
But other than that, yeah. But Hellboy was the first...
Whoa. You don't like the Nick Fury movie from like 70s, 80s?
What about Captain America?
Oh, I wish you
God, you
definitely
remember
do
that?
those.
And there was the Hulk movie.
Okay,
Oh God, was the Ang Lee Hulk before that?
Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Hulk movie, okay? There is a Hulk poodle.
No, I'm talking about like the Lou Ferrigno. There's a movie for that one too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Hulk poodle, man.
Yeah, that's the Ang Lee. No, that one. Ugh.
That movie's amazing.
God, I see why my ex broke up with me, because I took her to see that movie. It was horrible.
She bleached her eyes that night. She called it over.
Yeah. You know what's funny though is we stuck around for that, but we left like Incredibles early because she was bored.
Okay,
That's
good
also
thing-
why that relationship didn't work out very well.
Okay, I was about to say, it's a good thing you left her then.
Well, certain something was starting to happen in the theater, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. You know, it just moved on.
Kid-friendly channel, Steve.
I didn't complete the sentence. This is still for adults. Just kids can watch it. But yeah.
Talking about, this is our movie. We start to do this review. I was like, we're going to keep focused on this movie and...
That never happens. Never, ever, never. But yeah, it's just nice to have a little bit of like difference with the plot, where it kind of jumps themes a little bit, but it works. It keeps the movie fresh throughout.
Yeah.
So you get like your typical like comic book setup, but then tossing in a few other stuff to really keep you interested and invested. And then I'd say the best thing about this movie is the characters and their use of actual props and suits.
I really enjoyed the bad guy in this one, actually.
Yeah, Rasputin was cool. You had I can't remember the assassin's name, but he was super sweet, and I love like the whole gear work gimmick with him, and how he's like an assassin, but you can't really kill him as long as like his mechanics are working good.
It was mostly sand, which was amazing.
And, yeah, and he kind of moved around like jittery, but if you tighten it up, he got super fast. Like, he was really interesting and different. And then Samuel was mostly like an actual piece in the film. It wasn't just like CG'd. It was CG'd some parts, but for the most part, like when you saw him with Hellboy, it was actually a prop. And that was really cool. Because like at that point, you started seeing people using that less and less.
Yeah, which was... I like props better than CG.
Yeah, it's just like you could tell like the actors interacting with something, and it's really nice to see instead of them just kind of like looking up at the sky and visualizing that something is over there. Then Hellboy, Ron Perlman's Hellboy,
Love it.
probably my favorite role that he's ever done.
Whoa. Bite your tongue, boy.
I like Hannibal Chow. There is Alien
Not even-
4.
I was about to say, Alien 4.
But this is his best role.
No, Alien 4 is his
Like
best role.
I have a hard time seeing anybody playing it other than Ron Perlman. Like in Alien 4, he probably could have been replaced, to be honest.
I love his douchebag.
He was a douchebag, but that's just how Perlman is sometimes in his movies. But it's so good, and like the character looks great, like straight ripped from the comic, with his giant freaking fist. And you know how sucky that would have been to have to get that all set up every time you have to shoot?
That's why he didn't want to do another movie.
Yeah, because you spend like hours getting set up just to shoot like a 10-minute scene. I understand. Ape Sapien was really cool. Really good looking character in that one.
Might have been good looking, but not a good character.
No, like Liz is probably the most like Liz and John are just like humans.
Well, except
Like she had like the pyrokinesis, so she could set things on fire with her mind. Like it's cool, and it makes her different than the other two because you have like water, demon, dude, and then you have just the human that does cool things. And then you have John Mayer, which is just like,
should have just killed him.
And he's pretty much a replacement for Broom, who was also really cool and kind of sad to see him get axed in this movie.
Yeah.
But that dude's a phenomenal actor, too. Like, there's just nothing really for us to complain about.
Well, there's one thing I had to complain about this movie is he likes cats. I hate cats. Hate cats. I think the thing that made me hate cats more than anything is Steve and his wife. Oh my God.
Well, she does it, and I just kind of go along with it.
I want to strangle them both.
She likes to meow at me. I don't know why. It's her weird little quirk. It's like she tries to get my attention with it. It's just like, okay, you could also just say my name. Say it.
Shut up, Steve.
But anyways, yeah, this is overall love the movie. But I will say that this movie maybe could have possibly been improved.
How?
Because the next one's better. I don't know how to explain it. For this one anyways, because again, I love coming back to this movie all the time.
And it's on Netflix, you guys. Seriously, you can go look it up right now. It's on Netflix. Watch it.
But I think it's mainly because they went a little crazier with the second one. Like, there's just way more characters.
Yeah.
And the movie still works. While this one is very focused on a few individuals, which works well for this movie because you're trying to introduce us to the world.
Which
so
we
you can't
appreciate.
go that crazy with it. But the next one takes it up, like, you think they would just like build on it a little bit, you know? Well, the next one, nope. Just toss all these random creatures in different situations in. And introducing us to elves, and like everything's all practical effects, and you have the weird golden army at the end of the movie. Oh, it's so good.
Shush.
Well, we'll get to that for the next review. We're going to keep this one pretty basic, other than the rambling.
Just like the movie. It's good, man. It's seriously.
Yeah, it has good, solid plot, lots of use of practical effects, and all the characters are fantastic. You don't even need to be a fan of the comics. Like this got me more interested in the comics.
Yeah, because honestly, I've never read Hellboy comics until I watched this movie. Then I looked a few of them up.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the trailer and I was just like, that looks kind of cool. When I saw it in the theaters, I'm like, I need to buy stuff. I still need a Hellboy figure. That's like the one thing I'm missing.
The price.
They're expensive because mostly like I'd want a statue. Because I don't really need other characters. I just want like a good Hellboy.
You need Abe Sapien since you love him so much.
He's cool. He's still a cool character. But yeah, anyways, so look forward to the next review of Hellboy 2. But help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a region today, and see you guys in the next video.
Bye.